Patrick Bet-David is a name that represents ambition, discipline, and unapologetic thinking. Known today as a global entrepreneur, media mogul, and the founder of Valuetainment, his journey is one of the clearest examples of the American dream earned through sacrifice and strategy. Patrick did not inherit wealth, power, or influence. He built everything from nothing. What separates him from others is not just success, but clarity. Patrick Bet-David doesn't chase trends. He studies history. He doesn't rely on luck. He relies on preparation. From interviewing world leaders to teaching millions how to think strategically about business and life, his message is consistent. Success is intentional. But before the suits, studios, and influence, Patrick was a refugee child escaping war. His life story is about survival turning into dominance and how mindset determines destiny. Patrick Bet-David was born on October 18, 1978, in Tehran, Iran, during a time of political chaos following the Iranian Revolution. His family faced uncertainty, instability, and fear. Seeking freedom and safety, they fled Iran and lived as refugees in Germany for several years before finally immigrating to the United States. Growing up as an immigrant, Patrick experienced life without guarantees. He struggled with language barriers, cultural identity, and the pressure of starting over in a foreign country. But these challenges shaped his hunger to understand power, systems, and success. He became obsessed with one question: why do some people and nations rise while others fail? From an early age, Patrick gravitated toward books, history, and philosophy. He studied empires, leadership, and economic systems. What others saw as hardship, he saw as training. His immigrant background instilled gratitude, resilience, and a deep belief that freedom must be protected and earned. After high school, Patrick Bet-David enlisted in the United States Army, serving in the elite 101st Airborne Division. The military was a defining chapter in his life. It introduced structure, accountability, and mental toughness, principles that would later define his business philosophy. While serving, Patrick spent countless hours reading about economics, leadership, and history. He wasn't just training his body, he was sharpening his mind. The military taught him how to function under pressure, how to follow systems, and more importantly, how to think independently within them. During this time, Patrick realized he didn't want a life of routine or dependency. He wanted ownership, leverage, and control over his future. By the time he left the Army, he was certain of one thing: he would never live an average life. The Army didn't make him an entrepreneur, but it forged the discipline that made entrepreneurship inevitable. After leaving the military, Patrick entered the financial services industry. Like most entrepreneurs, his early years were filled with rejection, uncertainty, and financial pressure. He struggled, failed, and questioned himself. But he never quit. Patrick understood that failure was not a verdict, it was tuition. He studied sales, leadership, and human psychology. He learned how to communicate belief, build teams, and endure long-term pressure. In 2009, he founded PHP Agency with a bold mission: to disrupt the traditional life insurance industry by building a culture-driven entrepreneurial organization. Patrick didn't just sell insurance, he sold vision. He trained people to think like owners, not employees. Through relentless recruiting, mentorship, and leadership development, PHP Agency scaled nationally, generating hundreds of millions in revenue. Patrick Bet-David had officially proven himself as a high-level entrepreneur. Patrick Bet-David launched Valuetainment with one goal: to educate and empower entrepreneurs through honest, uncensored conversations. Unlike traditional business media, Valuetainment focused on long-form discussions about capitalism, politics, leadership, and power. The platform exploded on YouTube, attracting millions of subscribers worldwide. Patrick's ability to simplify complex ideas while challenging mainstream narratives made him stand out. His interviews with presidents, billionaires, and controversial figures turned Valuetainment into a modern arena for ideas. Patrick evolved from entrepreneur to thought leader. He wasn't afraid of controversy. He welcomed debate. He believed that ideas must be tested through conversation, not silenced. Valuetainment transformed Patrick into a global media figure, combining business execution with influence over attention. At the core of Patrick Bet-David's philosophy is personal responsibility. He believes success is earned through discipline, competence, and long-term thinking, not luck or entitlement. Patrick frequently speaks about power, not as corruption, but as the ability to create change. He encourages people to seek competence before comfort, ownership before security, and mastery before lifestyle. Leadership, in his view, requires making hard decisions and standing firm under pressure. He believes weak leaders create weak systems, and strong leaders build civilizations. Patrick's teachings emphasize preparation, strategic thinking, and emotional control. His mindset is rooted in history, competition, and accountability. Despite his public presence, Patrick Bet-David is deeply private about his family. He is married to his wife, Jennifer Bet-David, and is a devoted father. He believes family is the ultimate long-term investment. Patrick often speaks about the importance of strong families, traditional values, loyalty, and structure. He believes wealth without values creates weak generations. His upbringing as a refugee heavily influences how he raises his children, teaching gratitude, discipline, and respect for opportunity. For Patrick, legacy is not money, it's mindset. Businesses can be sold, platforms can disappear, but values passed to children live on. Patrick Bet-David lives a lifestyle built on structure and intensity. While he enjoys luxury, cars, tailored suits, and high-end real estate, he views these as results, not goals. His daily life revolves around reading, strategy, meetings, and content creation. He consumes massive amounts of information, believing that those who control information control outcomes. Patrick prioritizes fitness, mental sharpness, and discipline. He avoids habits that weaken focus and surrounds himself with high-performing individuals. His lifestyle reflects one belief: comfort is dangerous. Patrick Bet-David's net worth is estimated to be in the tens to hundreds of millions of dollars. The majority of his wealth came from PHP Agency, which was later acquired by Integrity Marketing Group. Additional income streams include Valuetainment media, podcasting, advertising, live events, book sales, including the bestseller Your Next 5 Moves, and strategic investments. Patrick views money as leverage, not validation. To him, wealth is a scorecard, but impact is the mission. Patrick Bet-David's story is still being written. From refugee to soldier, from struggling entrepreneur to media powerhouse, his life proves that starting position does not determine finishing position. He represents a new generation of leaders, bold, strategic, and unwilling to think small. His message is clear. Greatness demands sacrifice, preparation, and courage. This is not just the biography of Patrick Bet-David. It's proof that your past does not define your ceiling.